Alright, what is up YouTube? It is your boy Xole, and we're back with another how to sound like tutorial. So in these videos, the way I find my artists to cover is through y'all suggestions, so be sure to go down below and comment your favorite artist, an artist you want me to see cover, an artist you're confused about how they make their music. Just say their name and I might shout you out in my next video. Alright, so we're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, which is insane. Thank y'all so much for hitting that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, I make a lot of tutorials. If you like these videos, just subscribe, stay tuned. Follow me on Insta if you want to see what I'm doing outside of this channel. I have a music video, some really cool things, check that out. So CLAIRO was suggested by a lot of people. I keep a spreadsheet on y'all's artist suggestions, and it shows me how many suggestions I have per artist, and CLAIRO was tied for first, so we're gonna cover CLAIRO. So CLAIRO has a really chill vibe to her. She makes like indie pop, alternative, R&B kind of music. You can tell that she has a particular style that she likes and she just sticks to that. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do everything in Ableton Live. I'm gonna be using stock instruments, stock plugins, so if you have Ableton, really helpful to you. But if you're in a different DAW, you can still follow along. I'm just gonna be going super in depth on how I made the track and how I did the vocals. Thank y'all for suggesting CLAIRO, great suggestion. Thank y'all for suggesting CLAIRO, great suggestion. Let's just hop right into it. Alright, so here is our track. I basically split it into like two different styles, but it's still the same song. So right here we have CLAIRO's kind of poppy, indie pop. The breakdown comes right here, and this is when it gets into her kind of like super auto-tuned trap mellow breakdown right here. So I'm really excited to show y'all how I did the vocals on that and how I did the beat. So if you are just trying to learn how to do CLAIRO vocals, be sure to skip to this time. Alright, so let's just hop right into the beat. So as you can see, we have this little rustle sound effect that I literally made rubbing two pieces of paper together next to the mic. I just wanted to throw something in that I recorded, so I just did that. It doesn't really add much, but it adds a nice little start. And then you get into these drums that I made. So let's focus on the first instrument though, which is your bright tines. You can find that's literally a piano. Just go to instruments, go to instrument rack, find piano and keys, and it's right here. Right there. So I played these chords. You're gonna want to keep your brightness down. And then I threw in a glue compressor just to kind of take off the harsh notes and bring up the makeup so I could bring in a little more volume. And then I widened my sound. And then I threw in a glue compressor to sidechain the bright tines to my kick right here. So every time the kick goes, you can see the volume is lowered. And then I threw in some reverb. And I took off some of the highs right here. And there is our bright tines. Now let's get into our drums. Pretty simple kick right here. I'm actually going to throw in a limiter. There we go. There we go. And then we have this snare. And it's two different samples, and I just have it alternating. And then we bring in the shakers, and then this open hat. Alright, so there are our drums. Let's hear what the start of our beat sounds like. Pretty simple, but it's pretty playful. So then in the pre-chorus, I just grabbed the same chords, but I selected the notes and then I made them play just little stabby chords, and you get this. then I threw in this hi-hat as well. And then the drums come in. And then we get into our chorus. And in our chorus, I introduced two new instruments, a Tineful ambient to play a little melody for us. Just threw in some auto pan, some reverb, some sidechain, brought up some of those highs. And then we also throw in a bass, the Rock Electric bass, playing these notes. And this is sidechain to the kick as well. So let's give our chorus a listen. Alright, and now we get into our bridge, and we play different chords. And I bring the little recording back in. So CLAIRO likes to record like really auto-tuned vocals over these, so that's what I did. Let me show y'all what pad this is though. It is the Feed Ricks pad. Threw in some chorus. And then I took out some of those highs with an EQ, and then I threw in a reverb, and then also sidechain to the kick. And then I used the same hi-hats that are in our pre-chorus for this part, and then I have another track for the stutter hat. And what I'm doing over here is I am slowly bringing in the hi-hats. So you hear the hi-hats slowly come in. This is the track volume. And the way you do that, just click one right here, and if you want it to fade, hold down Alt and then drag it, and you have a little curved automation. And then I made another track for my stutter hats. And the way I did these, I literally just grabbed my hi-hat, dragged it over here, and then went like that, grabbed them all, maybe pitched them down like that, something like that. These are actually pitched up though, and then those are pitched down. And then these have a little more reverb than the other ones. And then we just have a trap snare with some reverb, and then a trap kick. So halfway through the bridge, I bring in the same pad, so I literally just duplicate the whole track, and then I throw in halftime to kind of get a counter melody. Give this a listen, and it sounds good with the original pad. Alright, so there is our beat. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Let's just go right into the vocals. So CLAIRO's vocals, they vary whichever kind of style track she does, because she does a lot of different kind of style tracks, but I just stuck to her kind of plain vocals. She doesn't really like delay, so I took some delay out. I limited my reverb, and I kind of tried to keep it in the middle. So I'm just going to walk through what I did to these vocals. So this whole template, as you know, I teach you how to make this exact template in my how to mix vocals video. If you want to check that out before or check it out right now, the link is in the description. But I just teach you how to make a template, so every time you record your vocals, you can just throw the template in, and it automatically gives you kind of a pre-mix on what you want your vocals to sound like. So I'm going to turn off the audio effect rack, turn off my post reverb, compression, EQ, turn off all of this. So let's just listen to our vocals without this template.
Let me know all you want me to
Sorry, I should have warned y'all before this video. I'm no singer, so I'm just teaching the bad singing community how to mix your vocals because I want to represent. Fight. Go team. Alright, so I threw in a low-cut EQ to take these lows out.
Let me know.
Already sounding a little bit better. And then I threw in this compressor to work on my peaks.
Let me know.
Actually, probably bump it a little bit.
All you want me to be for you.
There we go. And then this EQ isn't really doing anything. Not sure why I have it.
Let me know.
I could use it to kind of tame these rough frequencies, but
let me know.
Kind of just too lazy to do that.
All you want me to be for you.
So we have that, and then we get into this glue compression, trying to kind of just bringing the vocals together, gluing them together, you could say. And then we throw on another EQ to bring the brights up.
Let me know.
There we go, we're getting somewhere. Then we throw in de-esser. And then this multi-band dynamics is going to take away some of our bass, and it's going to bring some highs out for us.
Let me know. All you want me to be for you.
Alright, and then we have this audio effect rack. It only has my two reverbs. Usually I have a delay, an echo, and a flanger. But I took all of those out because I want to keep the vocals simple because that's what CLAIRO likes to do. So we have a dry.
Let me know.
Then we throw in both these compressions.
All you want me to be for you.
And then we throw on both of our reverbs.
I don't see how you and I don't make it through.
There we go. And then to top it off, we throw on another reverb. It's just an ambient. It's really tight, only 19.2% mix.
Let me know.
And then a glue compressor to glue that together. And then I threw in another EQ to take out some of those lower mids. And then I wanted the vocals to kind of be in your mids, and I wanted to take some of the sides out, so I threw in an EQ, and instead of stereo, I clicked on mid side. And our mid is just the same as it was, but our side, I ended up taking a lot of the mids out, and it's just focused on the highs up here.
Let me know. All you want me to be for you.
Just a lot cleaner and a lot kind of smack dab in the middle, because that's what CLAIRO likes to do. And then in our pre-chorus, I used the same channel right here for regular vocals, and then I have a backing channel right here, which I'll turn on. It's basically the same thing as my regular channel, but in this backing channel, we're using a lot more reverb, and then I'm also auto-panning it, so it's going to be moving from side to side, and then I also took off some of these lower mids. And then basically what I did is I grabbed my vocals, hold down Control, dragged it down, and then I moved it a little bit to the right, so it's just a little bit delayed. And then I also brought just the volume down a little bit because we don't want it to fade out our regular vocals. So let's give our pre-chorus a listen.
I'm telling you what I want you to hear. Listen to me, oh, just listen to me. I'm telling you what I want you to hear.
And then our chorus does the same thing.
We don't need to wait no more. Why are we on some downtime?
Alright, and then we get into the bridge. So this is what I did for the bridge. My auto-tune, the speed is turned to 100 and the depth is turned to 88, and that's just going to give you those quick auto pitch adjustments, and that's going to give you that really thick auto-tune sound. So we get that, and then on top of that, I threw in this chain, and this chain is a pedal, just one of your audio effects. Go over here, pedal right there, and I picked one called Little Drive, and we're just going to solo this, and this is what the pedal sounds like with the vocals.
I can feel it now, drifting far away from me.
And then on top of that, we just threw in another reverb. So these are our really quick auto-tuned vocals.
I can feel it now, drifting far away from you.
So without the pedal,
I can feel it now,
with the pedal,
drifting far away.
just gives you a gritty feel. And then I ended up doubling the vocals and actually harmonizing on this bridge 2 track. So when the halftime comes in and you get kind of that lower pad, you also get harmonized vocals, which sounds nice.
Far away. I can feel it now, drifting far away from you.
And this one doesn't have the pedal on it.
I can feel it now, drifting far away from you. I can feel it now.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you got a glimpse of how to either produce a track by CLAIRO or mix her vocals, or both if you watched the whole video. Thank you to everyone who suggested CLAIRO. Really enjoyed making this song. Obviously, it doesn't sound anything specifically like CLAIRO because she's been working on her craft for a really long time. But I thought I kind of got a good glimpse of what she does. So I hope this video helped you out. Follow me on Instagram if you want, at Coleman Patterson. Join my Discord. I'm going to be opening my weekly sample contest back up pretty soon, which is really exciting. So just check it out for yourself. The link is down below. Yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment your favorite artist. Peace.